Hello everyone, we're back with our Catalyst series. Today we're going to see how to improve a data table. Following up our last video, if you have not seen it, it will be complementary to today's presentation. Take a look at it. Juan, come on, take us to the data visualization, please.
Okay, great. So in our last video, we consumed our REST web service and we published the data in our portal without writing a single line of code. What we are going to do today is that we're going to improve a little bit the presentation of the data. If we go to the table, we can see that the ID is a numeric value, but it's showing 2 zeros after the decimal. And we also can see that the date is not really shown in a user-friendly format. So what we are going to do is that we are going to use a feature called formulas to improve the presentation of the data. Okay, so we go back here to the Views tab and we are editing the projects table. And what I'm going to do is that I'm going to add a formula field. I will drag my formula field to be the second field in the second column in the table. And I will say here project ID as the title. And I'm going to edit the formula saying that this will be as simple as record.id. I save this, and if I save and go to the data management tab, we can see that now we have a project ID column with a nicely formatted number. We are now able to remove the ID column that we had previously. I'm going to align the project ID to the left. And what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to format the date in a nicer way. To do this, I will also add a formula field. And I'm going to drag it to be next to the created on. I will name the column exactly the same. And I'm going to edit the formula. In this case, what we are going to do is that we are going to use the standard way of AngularJS to format dates. So what I'll do is I'll create a reference to the created on field, record dot created on, and I will say that this is a date, and I want to format it as a medium date. Let's save this, save our table, and if I go to the data management, I see a new created on column with a nicely formatted date. So I'm able to go back to the views and delete from my table the original created on field, and I'm going to add a new formula, and I will call this one last updated, and I'm going to do a very similar procedure. Dot updated on, and I will format it as a date. Okay. One thing that is very important to notice is that using the record reference, you can have access to all of the fields in a data definition. I will save this. I will remove the original updated on field. I will save my table, and my table is here, formatted as I expected. I will also go to the status field and I will change it by a nicer number. Later we will learn how to change this for a nice value. Let's add a formula for the status, and I will say that this is just the record dot status field. Okay, this is it. Let's save this, and if I go to data management, everything is right here. I don't like this left alignment, so we will go back to views, and we are going to align this to the right. And there it is. But now I notice that both the project ID and the status fields columns are kind of too big for what they are showing. So let's go back to our views, and I'm going to say that project ID has a width of 2 as well as status. I save this, and when I go to the data management, I see that the columns have now a nicer width. Okay, let's say this is not beautiful enough, but it's good enough for the purpose of this video. And what we're going to do now is that we're going to place this table in our site. So I will go to the page we created to list our projects, and I'm going to add here a table visualizer. And I'm going to configure the table visualizer to show the projects table. I select the data definition here. I have project, and I will select the projects table. I go to the behavior tab, and I say that I don't want to show any options, and that is it. Save. I return, and I have my project list in the portal. We still can do some improvements. We can add paging to this table. We would like to show this only 10 records in every page, and we will learn how to do that in our next video. So thank you very much, guys, and see you the next time.
Thank you. Excellent. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.